I've been hearing a lot lately about people splurging on cheap faucet filters, or buying a whole house system that looks great on the box, only to end up with a clunky tank in the basement that never really solves the tastier stain problems they were trying to fix. The regret is real. You spend a weekend installing something that promises crystal clear water, and a month later you're still seeing mineral spots on your dishes, or you're constantly swapping out cartridges that seem to run out faster than advertised. So, is the iSpring WF150K a smarter buy, or is it just another pricey promise? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started looking into whole house filtration, the biggest question in my mind was, will this actually make a difference in everyday use, or am I just paying for a fancy valve and a sleek screen? I've read a handful of forum threads where homeowners describe the annoyances of hard water soap scum on shower walls, chalky buildup on the inside of kettles, and even premature wear on appliances like washing machines and dishwashers. Those threads also highlighted a pattern: many systems either underfilter because the media capacity is too small, or they require so much maintenance that folks give up after a few months. The iSpring WF150K claims a high-capacity, patented filtration media that auto-backflushes, a digital smart valve, and an easy-to-read screen that lets you set reminders. The real test is whether those features hold up once the unit is living under a sink, not just on the spec sheet. Let's talk about setup first, because that's where a lot of buyers stumble. The WF150K is designed to sit at the main water entry point, which means you'd typically install it in your basement or utility room, right where the incoming line from the street meets the house's plumbing. It comes with a set of flanged connections and a fairly detailed manual. In my experience, the biggest hurdle isn't the hardware. The fittings are standard inch NPT, and they line up nicely, but the space requirement. The unit itself is about the size of a small dishwasher, and it needs a little clearance for the digital valve and the backflush plumbing loop. If your basement is cramped or you already have a water softener there, you might have to rearrange piping or sacrifice a few inches of storage space. Once it's in place, the smart valve does most of the heavy lifting. The set-and-forget digital screen lets you program a backflush cycle every few weeks, which is basically the only maintenance you'll need to schedule. That cycle runs the water through the filtration media in reverse, loosening any trapped sediments and pushing them out of the system. The idea is that you won't have to replace cartridges every 3 months like with many point-of-use filters. In practice, that means you'll see a noticeable drop in the frequency of cloudy water after a shower, and your coffee maker's brew will retain that bright, clean flavor longer. People who are sensitive to chlorine taste or who have pets that drink straight from the tap usually report a noticeable improvement in both taste and odor within a week of installation. Now, who should actually consider this unit? If you have a home with multiple bathrooms, a large family, or a combination of appliances that rely heavily on water quality, think dishwashers, washing machines, and even an HVAC system that uses water for evaporative cooling, you'll likely feel the benefits across the board. The iSpring's high-capacity media is designed to handle a higher flow rate without choking down, so even a house with a 2-gallon per minute demand won't see a drop in water pressure. Homeowners who have already invested in a water softener but still notice scale on their fixtures are good candidates, because the WF150K tackles the particulate and chlorine side of the equation, not just hardness. Conversely, if you live in a small apartment, rely on a single faucet filter, or have a low water usage profile, the whole house system may be overkill. The upfront cost is higher than a typical undersink filter, and you'll still need a little space for the unit itself. If your primary concern is just the taste of drinking water, a high-grade countertop filter could achieve similar results with far less installation hassle. Also, if you have a municipal water supply that's already filtered to a high standard and you don't see any visible fouling on dishes or appliances, the tangible benefits of a whole house system may be marginal. One practical strength that often gets lost in marketing copy is the ability to protect appliances. Hard water can cause mineral buildup inside dishwashers and washing machines, which reduces efficiency and shortens the lifespan of those units. By filtering out sediments before they reach the appliances, the WF150K can help keep your machines running smoother for longer. I've spoken with a couple of homeowners who reported fewer clogs in their dishwasher spray arms after installing a whole house filter, and they attribute that to the reduction of fine particles that were previously slipping through point-of-use filters. On the flip side, the system isn't immune to trade-offs.